I said stay in your lane. Aren't you supposed to be fighting for Scotland anyway? God damn it, what are you doing? Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're watching some more Lucifer, Red Season 4, Episode 2. And I'm really excited to get back into it, obviously, because we have so much questions ever since last episode. This last conversation that Chloe had with the pastor, father, priest, of like, she's doing something that has to do with the faith of humanity, the fate. Sorry, I always say faith instead of fate. I'm working on it. See, I caught it. The fate of humanity and Lucifer. So, yeah, tell me everything, you know. This one is titled, Somebody's Been Reading Dante's Inferno. Let's just get into it. Learning about everything.
Oh, hi. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm Father Kinley.
When we met.
You might need some help with research. I think we should talk. I work for a division of the church called the International Association of Exorcists. We deal with demonic possession. We know about Lucifer Morningstar Understacker. We'd have been aware of him for about 7 years. At first, we thought he was just a benign eccentric, but the more we watched him, the more terrifyingly authentic he became. And since you traveled all this way to research him, I assume that you agree. But there is something you can do. Every day he remains on Earth, people are in danger. Whenever he visits, death and destruction follow.
Guess what that is.
That's not true.
An egg.
He's been working out, hasn't he?
What are you still doing
He
here?
was
I thought
always
you'd be
like
frolicking on a cloud by now.
very nicely
Turns
shaped,
out I'm not
but
moving back to the Silver City after all.
I
Really?
don't know.
Why is that?
Well, Lucy, I've decided that my life...
Back to being partners. Fully clothed partners.
What?
Nothing. Just bully for partners.
Why do I sense a button there somewhere?
No, it's just right before Charlotte was killed. The detective and I, we shared a moment.
They're about to make out.
You kissed her.
Well, they made out.
I did.
I say, put up your sign. Open for business. Humanity, come on in.
And what does that have to do with the detective?
It means ask her out. On a date.
Toast
Do you have
food.
time tonight?
You took the words right out of my mouth. Detective, would you like to go out with me this evening?
Yes. No. I can't.
Devil must go back to hell. And the only person who can send him there is you. Uncover evidence of his previous visits with humanity.
You're saying he caused the Chicago fire and Nazi Germany?
I'm saying that whenever he visits, death and destruction follow.
Okay, well, speaking as if this isn't the man I know. Okay, he killed Pierce.
Yeah.
Lucifer was just protecting me.
From a situation he caused. As for the others, you don't need to be the one pulling the
You
trigger
didn't
to
cause
cause evil.
that.
He is dangerous.
Clearly guilty. Let's go arrest him.
Arrest him? You mean question him?
No, you said it. He's the villain. If it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, it probably murders like a duck.
Good idea, Duck.
Let's go get him.
Have you ever been to the...
What did they do to her?
All right, Judd, why don't you put down the axe?
That's not
What's up?
Chloe, man.
You're a killer. That's what's up.
Saying that is basically, You know, at first when she was shown the book of like the Lucifer, like his effect and everything he did, like the Nazis, right? Well, not he did, but like that followed him visiting her Earth. She was like, that's circumstantial. Like, that's not the man I know. Like, let's not blame him for everything. And she's been probably like repeatedly told, well, he's the devil. He's evil. Of course he's going to do that. Let's not forget, he's the devil and this and that. And she just said, if it walks like a duck, it murders like a duck. And she's like, oh, let's go arrest him. And everyone around her is just like, arrest him, like right away. I don't know if he did something to her. Like, what was in that thing? Or maybe she's saying that to herself to try to make it easier. You know, try to convince herself, but that's not the way she does things usually.
62% of the time, the villain wins. So play the odds. That's the role I'm playing.
Do you have an alibi?
Sleep in the cabin with the rest of the players.
Wait, are you going to teach me how to throw knives?
No. We're here because I don't feel welcome at the apartment. Chloe thinks I'm gonna eat Trixie or something.
Chloe just needs time to adjust. No, I didn't react well either when I first found out, remember?
Linda's so tiny.
I've got tons of energy. Must be all the turmeric that I keep putting in all those smoothies.
The hell?
Take you, for example. History and religion have painted a pretty awful picture of you, haven't they?
You couldn't be more right, Detective.
So, you don't bite the heads off of children?
No, of course not. I detest the little creatures, and I'd certainly never put one in my mouth.
Oh.
If you have any more questions, I'm all ears.
Well, Pierce, you killed him. So what was he, like, number 9 million? And do you keep track?
It was the first
No.
one.
Pierce, or as I tried to tell you at the time when you wouldn't believe me, was actually Cain, was the first human I've ever killed. And truth be told, he wanted to die. Well, most of his immortal life, anyway.
What's it like down there? All those people you tortured, did you enjoy it?
Well,
was a
they're
job.
evil.
Detective.
They're bad people.
Something I was forced to do.
Make the best out of it, I guess.
Someone's been reading Dante's Inferno.
Well, I'll admit, I did a bit of research on my vacation.
This book is from the 14th century.
Fine, whatever. You're acting weird, and I'm not leaving you alone until you go see a you.
A what?
A doctor.
Oh, Linda.
That we had plans to go out tonight, but I've been so preoccupied with this case, so... Do you mind if we postpone until it's solved?
Okay.
Yes. Yes. No, right. Of course. No rush.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, because she's supposed to be doing
buddy, bring
something,
it
and she
in.
doesn't want to.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a little hold up. That's all. We heard what she said.
So
solved
that's a
the
good
case, and
sign that she's postponing,
we're
right?
good to go.
Yes, everything that you've told me about Lucifer.
You're finding it hard to believe.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's bullshit.
Being around him again, I just don't see the same monster that you do.
No, I'm sure he's the most magnetic individual you ever met. Charming and eloquent. Funny. Kind, even.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
It's all an act.
No, it's not.
Now listen to me, Chloe. The devil has been manipulating human beings since the beginning of time. If you don't respond favorably to something, well, he'll make an adjustment.
Who
till you
are
do
you?
anything to make sure he gets what he wants. Because the only person that he is interested in is himself. Why do you think they call him the Prince of Lies?
No. Lucifer always tells the truth, always. He does not lie.
What if this is the biggest lie of all?
Kylie's not there.
Hold on, is that her? What is she doing?
That's the gas line.
She's gonna blow up the cabin? But why would she do that?
Oh my God, I have no idea.
How is he doing? I saw it. I was so scared, but you walked right through. You're fine. You're completely fine.
Well, that's one of the perks of living in a fiery pit of despair most of my life. The last thing I want to do is push you into something you don't want to. So if you're not ready, or you don't want to go on a date with me.
No, I do. I do want to.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Up around 7.
Why don't I just meet you at your place?
Even better.
He's so happy.
Hello? Oh, hi, Dr. Furman. Yes. Okay, What? No. No. That's that's not possible.
Something's going on. Pregnant?
Detective,
No.
you look...
No white tablecloth this time?
Well, no, well, that went down like a pork chop at a kosher wedding, so I made some adjustments.
Of course you did. Well, it's very thoughtful.
Sorry, silly me. I forgot the music. I made a playlist full of bad 90s jams for you.
That girl is...
I get it. No, I've got it, Detective. Don't worry. Ow! Damn.
You're bleeding.
I'm fine. Fine.
She doesn't know that she makes him vulnerable.
You're bleeding.
Yeah, she doesn't know that part.
How is it that sometimes you don't get hurt and then other times you do? What is the difference?
It's you.
You are, Detective. I don't fully understand why, but I'm only vulnerable when I'm close to you. Detective.
No. I think I should do this on my own. For now. And who else has access to this equipment?
I'm in charge of it, but I guess anyone could get access if they tried. You know why she was America's sweetheart? Because I made her look that way. I even stole that stupid Teflon totem for her. I'm sick of it. Detective!
Oh my God.
Well, there's an oxymoron.
Could have been bad.
It's just your jacket. You're okay.
Could have been really bad.
Hardly. Second suit I've ruined in as many days, but yes. Are you okay?
If I pushed this into your chest, it would kill you?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I'm close to you.
Yes.
But you jumped in front of it anyway.
Yes. And I would do it again. And again. Don't you know that, Detective?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, tequila es macho. And then a deal.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were just kind of talking.
I'm pregnant.
What? From him? But it's been a while. Have they been hooking up? Wasn't Chloe gone for a few months? She pregnant from him? Because, yay! He needs a purpose.
But I know in my heart that you're wrong. Even if he used to be that thing in the books, he's not anymore. Maybe one day you'll see what I see.
Maybe.
Just mind your fucking business. Stay in your lane. Is she in the books? Who is she?
Texting from the elevator.
He knows him.
Who are you?
Oh, he doesn't know him.
I'm here because there's something you need to know about Chloe Decker.
I said stay in your lane. Aren't you supposed to be fighting for Scotland anyway? God damn it, what are you doing? There was so much. There was so much in this episode. I can't. I'm freaking out. I am freaking out. Okay. I can't blame Chloe for, first of all, doing research. Very Chloe to do that. She wanted to know exactly, the history of the devil and like the stories about him and all the books and stuff. So yeah, I would have done the same. Like she's been like through something very traumatic, and the books paint him as this like awful thing that he bites off the heads of children. I'm sorry. No. And at first she kind of had this mentality of, when I paused and I spoke about it a little bit, that it was kind of like affecting her work as well. Of like, oh, so of course it's him and da-da-da. She just wasn't acting like herself. And it's because she was trying to convince herself, or maybe it was just like she's been talking to this guy for too long that like he really convinced her that if you're the devil, then you do evil things, and that's just how it is. But we all know that's not true, and deep down she knew that it's not true. She just needed to ask him questions. She needed some answers. She was trying to do it like almost being as disconnected as possible to make it easier for her. Because she was being told that he was manipulating her, so she probably thought that trying to ask him questions, he would just manipulate her even more. Like, oh my god, this fucking guy, like, what is he going to say? Is he going to say that she's been researching on him and that he was supposed to do that to him with her help of, like, roofing him? Is he gonna snitch on her? Or he's going to tell him that she's some character in the book. Because he really said, like, we know it's in the books. But she didn't know she was making him vulnerable. She didn't know she was the factor that was changing things for Lucifer. So did she read about someone or like something in the books that they knew that made him vulnerable, but she didn't think it was herself? Those are like the two options I see. He's either gonna snitch on her and is gonna make Lucifer feel like she doesn't trust him and this and that, but he's gonna lie but the fact that she was made aware that she makes him vulnerable and that he's not lying to her. He doesn't know why it happens, but he knows that when he's close to her, he can die and he's vulnerable. But for her, she just thought that like he could switch it on and off, just like, oh, I'm in this very dangerous life or death situation, big fire, big explosion. Oh, I'll put my immortality at play. Like, I'm not gonna die this time, but ooh, Chloe's here, so I'll I'll make her like feel bad. Like she was telling him, like in her, she kind of had this little speech that was very, very, very nice. And she felt like it was manipulation so that she would feel bad, she would care about him. And no, he just told her, like, when you're close to me, I'm vulnerable. When you're not close to me, I'm invulnerable. And when she realized that he threw himself in front of that axe without having a second thought, and he was like, I would do it again. Like, if it meant to save you, like, of course I would. And I love that she just trusted herself and Lucifer, the Lucifer that she knew, and she just accepted that even if he was that, like, awful thing that we read about, even if he was that earlier, or, like, he started that way, let's say he did, well, he's not that anymore, so why would I punish him for something that he's, like, clearly evolving, he's clearly a good person, he clearly cares about his friends, and the detective is his priority, you know? And he was so cute, like, the whole episode, just, like, being excited, and he thought that she didn't want to be, like, involved with him, or she didn't want to go on a date, or, you know, like, continue what they were, like he said, they had a moment, and then it's just like, oh, it never happened. So he thought that she was kind of, you know, trying to avoid that and getting back there. But the truth is, she was having second thoughts, because if they went on a date, she was supposed to do, like, the roofing and then the exorcism. So, you know, it was, for Lucifer, it was a bad thing she was postponing but for us, seeing that, I was just like, okay, so it means that, like, she's not completely brainwashed, you know, she's still there, and she still knows, like, you know him better than anyone. She asked this guy, have you met him? Have you ever talked to him? He's like, nope. Well, then mind your business. Jeez, it's not that hard. People do it every day. They just mind their own beeswax. Because like I said, I probably said that before, but usually I have a hard time, like, we know it's been 7 years, right? Something about, like, around 7 years that he was on Earth. And I guess it would be possible that, well, of course, I think she's pregnant from a minute deal. And she would be, like, maybe 3-4 months. Because Chloe was gone for a month. We don't know, like, how much time was passing, like, since they hooked up. Or maybe they hooked up again. But she's pregnant. I thought it would be, like, menopause or pregnancy. Like, there's not much else. Like, we already did chlamydia, so yeah. She's pregnant. Oh my god. And Amenadiel was struggling this episode. He was trying to get closer to Dan, because he decided to stay and he wanted to have friends and really make it his home. I thought it was adorable, and I was just like, give it time, Amenadiel. You know, you'll find your people and you'll be happy. And I think that his purpose found him. You know, he'll be a father, and he'll be a great father. So that makes me really happy. It does. Oh, he just, like, stepped closer to Linda, and, like, not even a word, just looking at her, and that was amazing. I'm so happy. All right, so a lot of drama that's gonna follow that father, but I'm excited to watch the next episode already. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was season 4, episode 2. Somebody's been reading Dante's Inferno. So I'll see you guys for the next one, and thank you so much for watching.